Hello, good morning, everyone. Jim here from Storm Warning News, and I wanted to share a dream with you. It's a dream that at first I didn't feel was very important or meaningful, but I had this dream Sunday night, and it's still haunting me, you might say. So I'll share it with you. You can let me know what you think. I do believe now there is something to it. I have prayed about it. I'm not getting anything too specific other than, yes, there's something to it. Okay. The dream began with me driving, and I was driving on an interstate in upstate New York, probably I-81. Now, I-81 is also a part of Dreams prequel to the Wayfarers series, which I am writing right now. And I thought at first, well, I'm just dreaming about what I'm writing. But then I'm realizing through prayer and thought that no, you're not necessarily dreaming about what you're writing. I was dreaming on I-80, that I was driving on I-81, and I was in or near the city of Syracuse. And I got this notion that I had to go meet someone very special to me. She didn't, she wouldn't know I was coming to meet her, but I got this notion that I had to go meet her. And again, to start, I don't know why I was driving on I-81. So I got off at an exit that I thought would spin me around to another interstate, which would take me to where this person is. But the exit didn't look right to me. It looked different. But I took it anyway. And it took me through an area with a lot of buildings, not necessarily a downtown area, but an area with a lot of small businesses, buildings, and there were even some cobblestones on the road, which was strange. And I thought, I hope this is the right way that I'm supposed to go, because it didn't look familiar to me. And I'm trying to recall the details now. Again, this was Sunday night, but it's still laying on me like I've got to talk about it. So I'm heading up this off ramp and onto some street, and then all of a sudden I see in the sky ahead of me a plume of black smoke just going up straight. It wasn't black smoke from a factory, because there are no factories around that area anymore. And I knew right away it was smoke from a fire. And my first impulse was, I've got to go investigate this smoke. This is something significant. So I started driving toward the smoke. I don't even know what street or road I'm on. Again, this is an area that is familiar to me, and yet it was not familiar to me anymore. As I'm driving toward the smoke, I'm keeping an eye on the smoke. The smoke turns white. Same plume, but it goes from black to white. In other words, it looked like it had been, the fire had been being knocked down. I'm trying to explain this here, still sleepy. When you start to pour water on a fire, the black smoke will often start to turn white as the fire gets reduced. So the black smoke had now become white, maybe indicating that firefighters were fighting whatever fire it was, and they were hitting it with water, turning the smoke white. And I thought, that's peculiar, because it just went quickly from black to white. And then my vehicle hit what felt like a bump. And I went up into the air, and I felt the vehicle roll. Then I felt the vehicle come down hard. And I was I was outside of a city, and I was in a very beautiful, hilly, wooded area. And I realized right away I was not injured. The vehicle had come down and come down hard. It may have even been on its top, but I was not injured. I knew I was all right. Now, this area that I came down in, when I used to do my walk and talks, and I knew I need to do more of those, and we have notifications popping up, so you may hear some dings. It was kind of a hilly, grassy, trees, very beautiful area looked kind of like along the creek trail where I do my walk and talks. If you've seen any of them, you might get an image of what the landscape was like where the vehicle came down, I believe, on its top. It was a cloudy sky. It was summertime, but I was struck by how beautiful, how lush the green grass and weeds and flowers that were growing there were, the plants that would support the flowers, the trees, everything was so very lush. It was just beautiful. And then I found myself getting out of my vehicle, crawling out of it. I knew I was not injured. And I realized I was near a waterway, like a pond. And I looked and I saw what looked like not so much a parking area, but a roadway. And I saw a different vehicle that I did not recognize parked on it. And I knew I was near a tent. And I knew I was camping out, yet I could not face the waterway that I was camping near. And I thought, this is beautiful. This is wonderful. How did I wind up here? I guess I'm not going to meet her after all, but I'm here instead, and this is even better. Now, this may sound like a messy dream to you, just loose pieces of things, and it does sound that way, but there's something very significant about this dream. One thought was maybe I had died and gone to heaven when my car came down hard, because I was in a very beautiful area. I didn't see any signs of Jesus. I didn't see any other people, even though I knew I was with another person at the very end of the dream, could not see who this was. But the black smoke, being confused by the cityscape that I'm very familiar with, wanted to share it with you. I think the black smoke is maybe one of the more significant aspects of the dream. To me, I'm thinking war. I'm thinking missile strike. I'm thinking something has struck that is very damaging. The white smoke indicates perhaps an attempt to knock it down, or the white smoke could be something more ethereal, maybe perhaps even something heavenly. The wooded area, the beautiful area, coming down in it and being okay, well, that's giving me chills. But I wanted to share that with you. Pray about it, see what you get. All the pieces, they're very disparate pieces. It doesn't flow together. The exit that confused me, even though I knew it was the right exit, but it was the wrong exit. Feeling very, very peaceful and beautiful, just feeling the peace and seeing the beauty toward the end of the dream. A feeling like my plans were suddenly diverted, yet not knowing why I felt like I had to go meet this special person to begin with. Not knowing why I was driving on I-81, because it's very rare that I drive on I-81. I just don't find myself going anywhere that I-81 would lead me to. Think about that. Pray about that. Let me know what you think. There's something significant here. I love you all. God bless you all. I am so glad you are here. This is Jim signing off until the next time. God bless you.